So I guess a lot of farmers are smiling, and be thankful and grateful for his mercies, which endureth forever and ever. They,
Amen.
yeah,
Amen.
amen. Yeah. So be it.
So be it. So
So
be
be
it.
it. So be it. So be it.
How's the week?
It was kind of a hectic. The week started early week, began real hectic. I had some busy days, trying to get things done for people, some organization, or somebody wants something done for around the independence. Who want food in make, who want this, or somebody want to help here, and so I had to lend hands, and to make people happy. And then Monday, it was Monday, Sunday. No, Sunday was my neighbor's birthday, so I said, no, you're not cooking today. I'm going to cook for you today. So
Your neighbor?
yeah,
Who's your neighbor?
the Callis,
Debbie?
yeah, not Debbie, but where she lives. Yeah,
Oh yeah?
her birthday, the lady birthday was Sunday, and her husband who died last year would have been the 14th, February 14th. And this is the first time in how much years they got married that this is the first time she'll be all alone by herself on her birthday. And somebody called her on that day and she cried. I mean, just remembering, the husband isn't around, and then she started to cry. And they lived for I can't remember how much years they lived, but since they
A
were
lot.
a lot of years, boy. I think they were one night when I was 20, when they got married. So 20. So all these years they were together, never missed a birthday, and never missed a birthday. So the first time, missing a birthday without her husband, so she said, no, today is not your day to think. I'll prepare lunch for you today. Yeah.
You're a smart kid.
Yeah, I mean, not a smart kid.
You're a smart kid.
Normally I do it like I do lunch like maybe on not Mother's Day. I say no, for a couple of the mothers I know, and then who are widowed, and maybe, and then once you're a mother and you're close to me, I say
Next week is my birthday.
too good for you,
I'm your neighbor.
too far.
Look at this guy.
Where some is, was it Monday, where some cutting by the road there. But that lady, there was she sold some things there on the afternoon. She made potato pudding, she had banana bread, and most of all, boy, she did a lemongrass ice cream. That was out of the world. Lemongrass ice cream. She's very good, very, very good in that line.
Who did it? The one in the shop or the?
No,
You talking about Don?
Don, yeah.
Yeah, Don is kind of neat. Like
Yeah, she has it. She has it. And just the weekend, she did a good batch of ice cream for Sanders. I mean, to do something for Sanders,
sandals, as in sandals.
the hotel, yeah.
Oh, okay.
To do something for them,
Yeah, she's up there.
you had to be in the A class.
She's up there.
Yeah, no.
She knows exactly what she's doing.
She knows. Yeah, when
I would like to see more people do local flavors in terms of ice cream because I don't do much ice cream, but
I know you can. Yeah,
but I pistachio. I'm like, what is a pistachio? You know, what does pistachio tree look like? I don't know. Well, I could handle vanilla because vanilla, though it takes a very long time to think, it can grow here. I can take that.
Yeah, right.
And I know what vanilla tree looks like.
Yeah.
Or the vine, I should say, looks
Vine,
like.
Yeah.
Here, but pistachio. And then they have another one called power. You put Guinness, put rum in a thing, you call it power. You tell people not to drink alcohol, but yet still you're putting alcohol in ice cream. Oh, come on. Get a life. That makes no sense at all.
When I heard she did, made lemongrass, I said, I don't know how that's going to taste. That it was fantastic. I tried it, and it was. So very soon she want to open up close to you, up here, because she's very close to you. So she'll be like more on a weekly basis. She'll be doing her stuff there. I don't know, which is good.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you're not a sweet man, so the banana bread, but I showed somebody, and then they said, just look at it, they said, that is a class bread, a banana bread. Just you look, they didn't even taste it, they just looked at it, and they said, that has to be a classical, a bread of class. Yeah, so we can see more local stuff coming out in the neighborhood.
Oh, so that's what she's doing there?
Yeah, that's what she's going to do there. But she has not opened up yet, but she just did by the shop there.
Yeah, I know she put a little tarpaulin or something like that. Yeah, I saw that.
Right. Yes.
Okay.
But in the coming future, she'll be closer to the little house there, and everything will be good. Yeah, that's great. More local.
More local, man.
Yeah,
Come on, run the local stuff. And please, folks, you got to come out and support, yeah? When she starts that. It's going to be, I believe it will be something nice.
Yeah, it will be,
nice.
and then you will get potato pudding, you will get a lot of those stuff. Total local.
What are you doing?
What
are you doing? You're a specialist in potato pudding. What are you doing? You're a specialist in cassava. What are you doing?
I'll help them, man. I'll behind the scene, you won't see me, but I'm behind the scene. I'm behind the scene, man. A lot of things happen, but you wouldn't see me up front, but you wouldn't see me up front because I was even encouraging a niece of mine to do every Friday, do potato pudding. I think she does lambi waters and so on, like Friday, Saturday. Mm-hmm. So I said, why don't you, I encourage her to do, so she might probably do this week, do some potato pudding, and even though I might even help making it, and probably put my hands into it. Some of my talent and my taste might go into it.
Did you say your niece was going to be doing something? Did you say that?
She does. No, yeah, she does on Saturday in the junction. That she does lambi waters and so yeah.
But you did tell her to do some potato pudding.
I encouraged her for a start.
Yeah.
She was
did she do it at all?
No, she didn't. Probably from this weekend, hopefully. So probably, hopefully from tomorrow she might do it, And a lot of things could happen, man. In the local people must come out and help yourself, do something and don't depend on. Once you have the ability and the capability, why not?
You have something this morning, what is it?
If I have something this morning, but she had to reply to my email.
No, you have something this morning. I believe we have drumsticks. Let me get the drumsticks. Good
morning.
morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, dear. How are you?
Good morning to you. Good morning to the nation.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm reading from the Word of God, John chapter 11. Now a certain man was sick, named Lazarus of Bethany, the town of Mary and her sister Martha. It was that Mary was anointed the Lord with her ointment and wiped his feet with her hair, whose brother Lazarus was sick. Therefore he said unto him, saying, Lord, behold, he whom thou lovest is sick. When Jesus heard that, he said, This sickness is not unto death, but for the glory of God, that the Son of God might be glorified thereby. Now Jesus loved Martha and her sister and Lazarus. When he heard, therefore, that he was sick, he abided 2 days still in the same place where he was. Then after that he said to his disciples, Let us go into Judah again. This is the end of the scripture reading.
And thank you, my dear. How are you doing this morning?
I'm good.
Great, nice to hear that. Your friend JD is here, though.
Yeah, good morning to JD.
Good morning, Jones. How are you doing?
I'm good.
You enjoy the Independence celebration?
Yeah, I enjoy it inside my house.
Inside your house. That's good. I mean, once you did.
I watch all the
parades and so on.
Yeah, and everything, yeah.
That's wonderful.
And then I make an island, and me and my children was inside the house, making me cook something.
Andrew didn't get in the oil long. Andrew didn't get.
Well, you wasn't there, so you could not have get.
Yeah. Andrew didn't get that invite.
Don't. I offered him breadfruit. I mean, nah, I don't want no breadfruit, man. I have breadfruit. I offered him breadfruit, you know. I went and I get breadfruit. I say, bro, you don't want breadfruit?
Why didn't you cook it?
he said, nah, I have breadfruit, man. Don't worry about that. I have
breadfruit.
But maybe he didn't want to make the island, so.
Why he didn't make it and bring it for me?
I drummed. I don't want to tell you what.
You didn't tell me that, you know.
Anyway,
Take care
of yourself, love.
Okay.
All right.
Nice
Yeah,
you too.
good, yeah.
All right, great. 18 minutes after the 7 o'clock hour. You got something special this morning?
Oh, yeah, this morning I'm having a young lady from Jamaica. She was on the program before. Mm-hmm. And she had been getting some grounds in Jamaica and getting awards, and, you know, from Prime Minister awards. She'd been, very active.
What's her name?
Katisha Aline.
Katisha Aline. I think I remember that name.
She was the one I had with the honey. The honey girl, the sweet girl.
That's not for you to know. That's not for me to know at all. Anyway, friends, we've got the weather coming up in a couple of ticks. Stay with us.
Ozone really gets it clean. Get with the Ozone family line of products. Ozone liquid laundry detergent. Perfect for your semi or fully automatic washing machines. Yet suitable for your hand wash. Soft on your hands. Ozone Disinfectant Cleaner. It's the most powerful disinfectant and cleaner with a long-lasting fresh scent. Tackles every job around the house or office. Ozone detergent powder and ultra soft fabric softener gets your clothes clean with a natural freshness. Keeps your colors bright. Choose from the wonderful scents: soft flower, ocean breeze, and the new aloe vera. Keep your kitchen sparkling clean with the Ozone dishwashing liquid, Ozone sponges, and cleaning cloth. Ozone toilet bowl cleaner removes lime scale and kills germs while giving your toilet a refreshing scent. Ozone really gets it clean. Marketed and distributed by Calico, Frequente St. George's, and are available at shops and supermarkets nationwide.
Who wants to save 30%? Everybody. Now more than ever, Flow understands the need to make your dollar stretch. Our new bundles can help you save 30% off your current bill. Plus, get a free speed upgrade on your in-home internet. Simply add your mobile to your current home services account and save 30%. It's easy. Sign up now and save. All on the most reliable fixed and mobile network on island. Visit a Flow store or call us at 1-800-804-2994 for more information. Flow, it only gets better. Terms and conditions apply.
Darling, would you like some tea? I've made your favorite.
Well, thank you, darling. I'm here finishing my blog post to help homeowners understand their electricity bills. The left side of your bill shows the rates for electricity and the government charges. The middle portion shows the number of units you've consumed, plus the history of your usage over the last 8 months. And the right side shows how much you're being charged.
I really think people are going to value this information.
Grenlec, energizing our.
How going on, boy?
Hey, good old things.
Hey, easy.
Yeah.
Boy, in line, boy. Your house looking a real good day.
Boy, it's thanks to the hard-working and professional staff at the Housing Authority of Grenada. They handled me real nice. They did my plan, they did the construction, and I didn't even have to worry about a thing. They were there with me every step of the way, supervising the job, asking me about my concerns, giving me feedback as the house took shape. They were there from start to finish, and even put the keys in the palm of my hand. I give them an A++ for customer service.
Oh, it's people from housing bad, boy.
Boy, not bad. Excellent. If you're thinking about constructing your home, why not consult the Housing Authority of Grenada? You could visit them right down in the Sandino complex, or give them a call, 440-1015 or 440-1016. Or check out their website, hag473.com. They go handle you. They go jog your blocks, they go draw your plan, they go tote your materials. Hey man, where you going? The Housing Authority of Grenada is your choice for affordable housing and a stress-free construction experience.
As we continue to mosey on down in morning time, it's 22 minutes after the 7 o'clock hour. Venetress, good morning to you, Errol Bonaparte, Tamika Moses, Vanessa Lalchi. Top of the morning to all you lovely people, including Stephanie Stokes. Hey, let me not forget Andre Charles. He's online. Good morning, Dre. How you doing?
Good morning to you, and I'm fine. And good morning to listeners of Real FM. And here's the weather for today, Thursday, the 10th February, 2022. Currently at Point Soleil, it's cloudy. Winds are from the east-northeast at 10 miles per hour. Barometric pressure, 1012.9 millibars. That's below normal and rising. Present temperature, 23.6 degrees Celsius. Relative humidity, 91%. Yesterday's maximum temperature, 30.7 degrees Celsius. Last night's minimum, 23.4 degrees Celsius. Over the past 24 hours, 0.5 millimeter of rainfall was recorded, which brings the total for the month to 0.9 millimeters. And now to have a look at the forecast, value for today and tonight. Today we expect some partly cloudy to cloudy conditions with some light to moderate showers. Improvement is expected by late morning into the early afternoon. A maximum temperature, 30 degrees Celsius. Winds east-northeasterly to easterly at 10 to 20 miles per hour, gusting higher at times. Seas moderate, waves up to 6 feet in open waters. Tides will be high at 10:30 a.m. and low at 5:45 p.m. Sunsets today at 6:13, rises tomorrow at 6:31. Just a repeat of the forecast, value for today and tonight. Partly cloudy to cloudy with light to moderate showers. Improvement is expected by late morning into the early afternoon. A maximum temperature, 30 degrees Celsius. I'm Andre Charles, reporting for the Met Office. Thank you.
Thank you, Dre. Have a great one.
Thanks, man. Same to you.
Okay, great one, love. It's real. It's 91.9, 91.5. We just heard Andre Charles there at the Morris Bishop International Airport with the latest on the weather. 24 minutes going after the 7 o'clock hour. In Jamaica, it's 24 minutes after the 6 o'clock hour. And as you heard JD say, he'll be having a Jamaican friend of his, another farmer, on the program this morning. So he'll be chatting with that person. So that's coming up. Stay with us for that and so much more. Good morning to the singer of that song, DC Ranks. Whenever you hear DC Ranks, it means that JD is in the studio. If you hear Original Inspector, it means he's not here. All right, what now?
He passed last Thursday, Ranks.
No.
Yeah, when I came for the program here, I dropped a car. I was to go by the rectory. And he stopped, he came down the road, and he stopped, he looked at it by you there, he watching, and then he came down the stairs. I said, but I didn't make him all year around to tell him, well, you know.
Yeah, that's my good boy.
Right by you, he was right there.
My good brother.
Yeah, he stopped there. For a while, he looked, and probably realized, well, probably seen one vehicle thinking probably.
To tell you how good DC and I are, I'm in New York, and I'm coming home. 2 days before I come home, I'm like, boy, who the hell is going to pick me up? And I'm like, oh, no. I say, let me call DC. Yo, yeah, Jay, what happening? I said, they home? I said, nah, New York. He said, oh, when you come in, I say, in 2 days' time, you pick me up at the airport? Okay, no problem. And that was it, you know.
You're Ranks, man.
But that is DC Ranks.
Well, you have Ranks.
No, that's my real voice. That was soldier right there.
Yeah, I like him.
He's a good, easygoing chap.
I had an encounter with him once, but I wouldn't say what happened.
Yeah.
And, he had to come and do some survey by me. And he said, man, up the thing now, man. Let us see you have.
He's a good guy.
I like him. Somebody goes, let us see you have something, man. Up the thing, up the party, man. I say, oh, wow. Let us see you have some value.
I haven't seen him, last time I saw him, he's driving.
Okay, yeah.
He drives a cane car.
Yeah, but I dropped, after I left there, I dropped by the rectory gap.
What you doing there?
No, I had to go and show somebody to clean.
Nobody has anything inside of there?
No. I had to go and show somebody to clean the place.
To clean the place?
Yeah, they want to get somebody to, maintain the place, rather.
What's wrong with this guy?
Because they fed up with all the overhang. And whoever clean does not clean properly. They just cut the rectory.
That's because they tell them what they want to cut.
So they're looking to, get it done properly, once and for all. So
best person who ever did that job was whom?
Directory. From ever since? Smith.
Best thing.
And in those days, boy, cutlass.
That grass was never more than an inch tall.
No, I mean, boy, how you did that? Trust me.
Pa! You be hearing that wherever he is now. That was our call. Pa!
He never heard about Udita.
He never know anything.
If you hear Udita, he would say, what?
What? You know, and he had those grounds properly maintained.
Cultured.
You know, he just had it. Mm-hmm. And it was like, you know, what was interesting about that, JD, is that you never really saw him put in laborious work in it. It's just that he managed it well.
Yeah, exactly. So
he knew where to cut on Monday and where to cut on Tuesday, and he knew he was not going to be there Thursday, so he knew where to cut Wednesday for Wednesday and Thursday. He just knew it, man. Smith.
Yeah.
But he passed away.
He passed away.
Charles tried. That is Pariac.
Okay.
He tried, but they would come in, you know, it's really test, so they taking 2 weeks to come in and all kind of thing like that. But this guy was good. He was really, really good. And there's another guy in St. George's who was good at the rectory grounds down there. Raymond was his name. Don't know if he passed away, but he was good too. The guy, the agriculture guy, the Ministry of Agriculture guy?
Ministry of Agriculture.
Yeah, the minister.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
Him and his dad, Charles Lee, and all the sons.
Yeah.
They used to come to the grounds of the church on weekends, the rectory and the church on weekends. Sometimes every weekend, sometimes every other weekend, depending on what they had to do, and do the lawn and the hedges and everything like that. So Peter was a good boy.
You know, you had in some
Yeah,
most of the religions, you had some faithful, faithful people.
The Davids were very, very.
They don't do it for money, but they do it.
No,
for,
they didn't do it for money,
and
you know?
then but they do it all for the sake and the glory of the great Most High.
So Peter David has known about agriculture and cutting bush for a long time. Yeah, even since he was a young boy growing up, he knew that. Anyway. Good morning to you, Minister David, wherever you are. Looking forward to speaking to you one of these days. On radio, of course. There's something else. Hold on. Was there something else? No. I thought that there was something else that I was supposed to raise with you. But I know this morning you starring, so I didn't know about
it. Starring.
Yeah. And you need to, you slouching, man. You can't afford to slouch. Folks, let me show you all something. Let me show you. No, take your hand from in front of the camera, please. Let me all show you all something. Watch your boy! Wee, papi!
No, from me, I'm going to.
I ain't care where you going. You hear you speaking to a Jamaican girl today, so you do something, you spruce up.
I had to go to a funeral.
You go to a funeral. Whose funeral is it today?
Miss Ventu, the proprietor of St. Andrew's Pharmacy. She'll be buried today.
Oh, she's been buried today?
Today, yeah.
She's known as the bailer.
Oh, yeah, and she said that she does more work for that purpose than even in.
It's everybody wants bail, government.
Bail and sign form and everything. She's there, and that's what she does almost every day. You know,
Unfortunately, she passed away.
She was a very good assistant of St. Andrews, very good. So St. Andrews would have lost two prominent citizens, she and Peter Bain.
Peter Bain.
Yeah, two very prominent. So she will laid to rest today, and I need to go and pay my last respect to her.
Why is it your last respect?
Well, I mean, what have we normally say? You know, and that's what we normally say.
Is the man dressed up for funeral? What?
So I'll be leaving like 8:30 because I think around 10 o'clock is the funeral. So I have to get two buses to get there. And,
two buses? Why?
It's in Birch Grove.
Oh,
Birch Grove.
It's in Birch Grove.
Yeah.
And I'm hearing that you have another funeral again next week.
Next week? Oh, a cousin of mine in England. So most likely I may not be here next week because
okay.
They're going to stream it live and then.
I guess at the time they stream it.
Yeah, and may not be able to. I'll have to check the time and see what goes on for next week. It's one of our cousins, dearly beloved cousins, for my aunt's son. So. And that's it. And as a matter of fact, that family lost another brother.
Okay, yeah. You need to give me some information here because, so let me take a quick break because that information I really need so I can link with your friend in Jamaica.
Yeah.
Yes, agriculture is the number one. Number one, yes, the number one. Oh yes. number one. It's the number one. Why you disown agriculture? I'm talking to the youths of this nation and those wicked politicians, like they want to structure the plan. Well, from to the revolution, agriculture was on top. Man Jack and didn't do too bad. After that, you know the whole thing flop. Why? Everybody want to sit down in computer, and they forget agriculture. Oh yes, everybody want to sit down in computer.
It's real. It's 91.9. Good morning to you. How are you doing?
I'm fine, thank you. Have a good day to everyone.
Thank
it's
you.
Agriculture. Mr. JD?
JD is attending to another matter right there.
Okay.
Talk to me.
I need him to give me a call as soon as he finished. We spoke about something last week. Mr. Donald, I have a concern over the way in which sometimes you find the vegetables locally grown kind of scarce, and the manner in which we just jack up the prices without even thinking about the ordinary man that just might want. For example, right now we have cucumbers that are scarce, and some of the farmers are telling you wholesale cucumber is like $3, in excess of $3. You're talking about $1.50. Yes, I could understand, wanting to raise the price, get a little more because of the scarcity, but 100+%, I think that is really too much.
Well, we have always agreed that that is a general problem in Grenada in terms of lack of produce, and thus it causes the price to rise. But whereas, I believe it's a tad too much to pay, but if it's scarce and they're charging that, then if you want it, then that's what it is.
I mean, yes, you and I maybe can afford, but I'm always thinking about the other person that just do not have, the $3. And I mean, that is a lot. I'm not saying, don't put up so much, but from 100%, I think that is a lot.
Yeah, you too. Take care of yourself and God bless. It's real. It's 91.9, 91.5, www.drealfmgrenada.com. Okay, so we're trying to ensure that JD's friend is able to link us out of Jamaica. And as soon as she's in, he follows the instructions and she will come in, and then we'll be able to link both herself and the guy. The guy right there. The guy who dressed up in his shirt jack suit and everything. What? You want to see? Yeah, you want to see him? Okay, hold on, man. I'll show him. Yep. There you go. Look at boy today. I don't want people to die, but I wish there was an occasion every day. So you have to put all them shirt jack suit you have there, because I know it's not one you have. What? Say something, come on.
No, say something.
Yeah.
I don't really go out there, so.
I know, that's why I wish there was an occasion every day. I'll pull you out.
When I want to go and but I say, boy, I don't get all this.
But give it away?
I don't have to go. I don't know how to. When I want to go wardrobes, I say, no, boy.
I have to say this one this morning. I got it last evening. And Ursula Antoine. Do you know that name?
Yeah, that's Timothy's mother.
Yeah, she passed away.
She passed on? Oh, okay.
Yesterday.
What a lady. Oh.
Wonderful lady.
Wonderful lady. Educator, the last time I church lady, she the pastor, I think. I don't know.
Man, she was everything.
Everything, in the prison, she had a prison. She's very good.
She did counseling at the prison and everything.
Yeah, wonderful lady. And had wonderful children, which is one of our top, I would believe, is governor of the Central Bank, of the Eastern.
She had a son who was teaching at Happy Hill. I wonder if he's still there. No, the children are all over, yeah?
Yeah, I know there are quite a lot.
Put this way, they're more than, about 13
Could
or
be,
more.
yeah.
Because she had triplets, I think, twins, triplets. There's a standing joke. Oh yeah, Katisha is in now. There's a standing joke. And good morning, Katisha. I'm seeing that beautiful smile. Don't worry, I'm seeing it. And now you don't have to talk it. I'm just watching you smile. You're watching you laugh all the way. Don't worry. Yeah. So there's a standing joke, JD, about Katisha. We coming to you in a minute about the family.
Yeah.
So the husband, is it Algernon?
Algernon, yeah.
He because he had the family is big, right?
He bought a bus.
So he bought a bus. And he was working at that time in the Ministry for Works. Communication and Works.
And even customs at one time. Yeah.
Communication and Works. And it is said that a policeman meets him and charge him for overload. It is said.
It is said. It is alleged.
It is alleged.
Alleged.
Alleged. But she would have touched the lives of many people in Grenada, including me. Yeah. No, not in prison. Not in prison. Because she was a teacher at the St. George's Anglican Senior School.
That's where
I went to school.
Yeah, probably your primary.
Yeah. She was on a place we call On the Lawn. It was a class that was separate from school. She used to be in that classroom at one point in time. She had other classrooms, and then she was principal of the school and everything like that, yeah? Boy, left-handed she was.
Was she? Okay. Left-handed.
Yeah. A crucial one. She had those kind of, those dusters. Not the wooden, the dusters are wooden.
Back.
Right.
Yeah.
No, but she had those that was...
A cloth?
Like sponge.
Sponge, okay.
Sponge throughout. That kind of like gray. And yo, Shatta, you better be paying attention or you'll get a duster, man. That lady can pick you out around the corner. Bang! Pay attention. Yeah. I loved her. She's a darling.
Yeah, I
Anyway, so much for me. It's time for me to allow you to join with Katisha. You want to see it too, right?
Not necessarily.
Not necessarily. All right. Katisha, he doesn't want to see your pretty face.
I know her face.
You know her? Okay,
her face is fine and fantastic.
Okay.
And then she uses honey on the face.
Oh, you don't have to continue going on and on and on. Okay. Anyway, let me say good morning again to Katisha. And Katisha Allen, I think it is. Katisha, yourself and JD, we having the conversation next. So, you're now live on the stream. Good morning to you, Katisha. Good morning to you, JD. JD, you can continue to talk to the lady.
Good morning, Katisha.
Good morning, JD. How are you?
Okay, you're going to get here in a minute. You're gone.
Good morning, Katisha.
Good morning, JD. How are you?
Excellent. And you? What's been going on with you?
I am blessed.
You're blessed. Watching your face. I know you're into honey. I know you drink the honey. But do you apply it to your face?
Oh, yes, I do.
But the last time we spoke, you never said it was good for facial. But when I watch your face, when I watch your face, I said, no, that face looked like a honey face. You had to have some honey on that face. The last time we spoke, for listeners who don't know, can you just give a little refresh now on the last time we spoke? What you did before and how you got into, just a short, to remind the listeners something about you.
Okay, so my name is Katisha Allen. I am from Jamaica, the parish of St. Elizabeth. I am a farmer and a beekeeper.
Great. So how is the bees going?
The bees are doing okay. They're doing pretty well. We're actually close to the honey flow season now, so they're actually storing a lot of nectars. They started to cap the honey and all of that.
And what's the market like now? What's your market like? Have you increased it? Or
Yes, there's a lot of increase in the market. I think the last time we spoke, I had about 74 hive bees. So I have over 130 hive bees now.
Okay, it's great. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you ever try the UK? Because I know they normally have trade shows for honeys in UK. Have you ever entered? Have you ever get into that area?
No, not in that area as yet, but I believe soon.
Yeah, it's a good because when I think the last time we were there, Grenada was there. They got gold and got one of the gold medals, and then you go in there, might might
Yeah.
do some wonders there in that market, and then. But do you export presently? Do you export?
Yeah, just a little bit of export because through my YouTube channel, person might just order a few bottles of honey. So
A
it's
few,
not on a large scale.
and right, okay. Because when I look at that product, wow, it's outstanding. It's very outstanding. A golden honey.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, last time when we do, I heard that you have a an initial after your name, BA. So, but from me, when I hear BA, I know it's Bachelor of Arts, and then I know it's British Airways, and another one I know is Bad Attitude. Is one of them that you carry, or it's a different one? New BA.
I think it's a new BA.
Your BA now is what it attains to?
All right, so it's a bachelor's degree in agriculture.
Okay. I thought wasn't a the brand ambassador too?
Oh yeah, the brand ambassador. Yes, I am the brand ambassador for Newport First and Jamaica Limited.
Right. So can you tell us about Newport First and what they do and
All right, so Newport First and Jamaica Limited is a fertilizer company. Not only fertilizers, but insecticide and fungicide. But it is mostly consisted of fertilizer. So we're actually the fertilizer giant.
okay. And well, I'm trying to link up with them to see how we can get it into Grenada. And then so once that comes, then that's flow into Grenada. I guess you'll be as the brand ambassador. You should be in Grenada sometime too to market that product, not so?
Yes, sure, hopefully.
That's that's wonderful. But it's can you give us some more information on the products that they carry?
All right, so what we do, we carry granular fertilizers. We also have liquid line fertilizers. We have insecticide. We have, and what we do too, we have training sessions. So every Wednesday, we do have training sessions where we sensitize the public on the products and services of Newport First. And also, we talk about the nutrients that is in the soil. As you know, at Newport First and Jamaica, we offer soil tests. So what we do is test the soil to see what nutrients is lacking in the soil. And then what we do, we analyze that, and then we make fertilizers specifically to fit the soil type.
Good. Yeah, that's interesting because what a lot of people do, they just take fertilizer and as the Tom said, they just throw it in the land. They don't know what the land lacks. They just apply fertilizer. Sometimes they over fertilize the soil in one way or the other. So they have I guess most farmers have no knowledge what my soil needs. Am I putting too much into that into the soil, or what is it lacking? So I guess.
Right.
And I do
So
feel
at Newport First and Jamaica Limited, what we do is do a precise nutrient management system. So as the word says precise, we know definitely what the soil is lacking and what the soil needs. So you don't overspend or under 30 or over 30. You get the exact amount that is needed.
that's because a lot of money goes down the drain when you don't know what exactly you are doing. And as I said
Right,
before,
and
you
with
just
that too, you might don't produce enough, so you might be planting and don't know what is in the soil. But when you use a precise nutrient management system, you get exactly what is needed. So with that, you have the maximum yield.
right. And then, do you have like a standard, like for every product that you're going to grow, do you have what to be used for that crop?
Yes, the products are tailored, so you know exactly what to use on this crop at what stage and the amount and all of that.
Yes, wonderful. Now, on the third stage, I want to get on to you now. Is your latest achievement where you are now? And I hear you are dreaming in Jamaica. You are excited. You are overwhelmed. You like the ladies who won the Olympics or so. So, can you give us some update as to what you have achieved lately?
All right, so I'm actually honored and overwhelmed. As a youth, to be recognized by my Prime Minister, it is a great feeling. So, I just won the Prime Minister Youth Award in the category Agriculture and Agro-Processing. And that is just a good feeling. It's like I'm over the moon.
That was, yes. And what went with the award?
Pardon me?
What went with the award? Apart
Oh,
from the
um, apart from the plaque, I also won 100,000 Jamaican dollars from Sagicor Jamaica. Thanks to Sagicor Jamaica. I also won another $120,000 from the Institute of Economics and Law, and I want to thank them also for that. I also received gift basket from Benjamin's. Thank Benjamin for that as well. And the recognition is just, and the love and support from families and friends, it is just overwhelming.
Yeah, that's great, and you're making some strides, and that's very good. So where do you go from here?
I also want to thank the Jamaica 4-H Club in St. Elizabeth. They nominated me for this prestigious award and they supported me along the way. So I also want to thank them for that support. They've been very instrumental to my operation.
Yeah, it's good to, those who get you there. It's always good to
yes,
remember them when you get up the ladder. It's always good, and then to continue doing more to achieve a lot, for them. You don't just stop there because, I got that award. No, so you continue to do more.
Right, right.
Yeah, for the
and I think
community.
since we spoke to, I also received I entered the 4-H competition, the parish competition, and I was the victor of that as well for youth farmer. So I am the youth farmer for St. Elizabeth.
Great. That's wonderful. And but how big is that club, that 4-H club? Normally, when we hear about 4-H club, we tend to take it to be like school, training school also, but it seems to be out of school.
No, it's very wide. It's a big club. So the 4-H club, it starts at the elementary level. So it starts at basic school, age 3, 4. And when you listen to those little kids, they are super brilliant. How they speak, how they conduct themselves. The 4-H club have groomed them. They speak so mature. Sometimes you can't imagine it's that those young kids. So you can get into 4-H club from very early. I mean, the competition that I enter goes up to age 35. There has been a lot going on for the 4-H club. Persons have left Jamaica for Canada to enter competition through the 4-H club. So it is a pretty large club. And then through the 4-H club as well, I've received many certifications. So I have certification in crop care, beekeeping, farm supervisor. So they have a lot of training session that is going on.
All right, that's great. So then, what's your future like? What's your next step?
So, with the help of the Almighty, going forward for me, I'm seeing it big. I'm expanding on the farm. I am expanding in the bees. My aim really is to export and just getting things done in the right order.
Great, yeah. planning, preparation, the purpose, about the P's.
Yeah.
Once you follow those P's, I think you will get there. Certainly will
Yes.
get. Certainly you will get there. Yeah. Once you follow those the guidelines set,
Yes.
for success. Um, what would you like to tell young people especially females, to getting into farming? Any advice or so for young people?
Oh, definitely. So my advice to young person, never shy away, never give up, never think agriculture is for males only. And there is a myth as well that agriculture is for uneducated persons. That is not true. Agriculture is a venture that is fun and you can achieve from it. You can achieve great things from it. So I'd encourage everyone to get on board, get training. Your Jamaica Porridge Tour provide training. Other entities provide training. Newport First and Jamaica provide training. RADA provide training. So seek training, get into the venture, and you will be successful. Once hard work and dedication will pay off. And once you have the passion, just go for it.
Yeah, wonderful. So I prepared something here, and when I to describe who you are, and I hope what I'm saying is you. You are attracted. You are admired. You are appreciated. You are an achiever. You are beautiful. You are charming. You are courageous. You are capable and competent. You are capable of overcoming anything. You are cherished. You are confident. You are dedicated to self-improvement. You are easygoing. You are empowered. You're full of life, full of energy and enthusiasm. You are focused on your goal. You are joyful. You are guided in the right direction. You are inspired. You are inspirational. You are influential. You are impactful. You are impressive. You are important. You are humble. You are a hard worker. You are motivated to succeed. You are surrounded by success. You are a successful magnet. Your success will be followed by success. You are rising higher. You are recognized. You have a powerful spirit. You have potential. You are a positive thinker. You are prosperous. You are talented. You are truly blessed. You are unstoppable. You are on top of the world. You're upgrading your life. You are valued. And you're wise and full of wisdom. And when you are destined, when you are destined to be fruitful, it does not matter who may cut your branches. No devil in hell can stop the blessings of Almighty God.
Amen. That is so
He is
true.
all powerful, and with God, all things are possible.
Yes, definitely. Wonderful description. Thank you.
You're most welcome. I'm gonna get you a copy of that, so
Yes,
that you
please.
could have it. You could have it, and so your success is not only in Jamaica, but I guess a lot of people, hearing about
Yes,
you, and they were like, yeah, you are like a role model to a lot of young people, especially the ladies into farming, and so when you come, and I believe you will come to Grenada one day, you'll come, and we'll probably and I'll prepare for you one of your favorite dessert. You know that what it is, eh?
oh yes.
And,
Yeah.
tell them what your favorite dessert is.
Oh, my favorite dessert is sweet potato pudding.
Okay, so you have a makeup for that. So when you come, you don't have nothing to worry about. Yeah, so
Nope.
it's nice having you on the program this morning, and again, thanks for getting that opportunity to come on, and God bless you, and we'll keep in touch. And I know you'll go from
Thank you.
strength to strength. Yeah.
Thank you very much
Yep.
for having me. Appreciate it.
Right. So do have a
Have a
wonderful day,
good
and
day. Yes.
yeah, you too.
Have a
Bye.
blessed day.
You too. Bye.
Bye.
It's real. It's 91.9, 91.5, www.therealfmgrenada.com. Well, JD, you had your friend there, Katisha Allen, this
Yeah.
morning. Well. I don't think I need to say anything more. You behave like Shakespeare there. You wrote a piece. So I'm not going to say anything. Nonetheless, it was nice to hear. Breath of fresh air, something different on the radio. And a lady who was achieving quite a lot in Jamaica.
Quite a lot, yeah. And I think she got into farming a bit through, well, I think she had a kid. She got pregnant, something like that. So, and then she decided, well, there's nothing to do. Let me get into farming, something like, to start off.
Let me get you to speak a bit louder because
yeah,
right. That's better. You get into your comfort zone and you start to mumble sometimes.
When I get in my comfort
when you get
zone,
in your comfort zone. Yeah.
I like to be. I like my zone.
Yeah, I know you like your zone.
Yeah, so she is doing quite a lot. I mean, for a young lady, a female, because she's still. And look at that, the foliage is still going on well beyond, as she said, up to age 35. You're still into the foliage, but here, after you leave school, that's it. Foliage gone. But yeah, so you need to probably pay a lot more attention to some of the other people, like the other foliage clubs and the other islands, and take it further from there. Because as she says, they go out to other countries and compete and take part in other foliage programs.
When you speak to these ladies, because basically most of the interviews you do, you speak to young women.
Yeah.
And I hope and pray that there are others. I know there are others. There's the farmer's daughter, and then there's another young lady in St. Andrew. Oh, how could I forget her name? I met her a couple of times. I know that they're those, but I still want to see more women in Grenada getting involved in agriculture, because agriculture is not the job that's synonymous with broken fingernails and dirty hands.
No.
You can have your nice long nails, trust me, you can have those and still, be in agriculture. You can manage the whole thing. You don't necessarily have to go and dig the soil again. It doesn't work like that anymore. Those fingernails you never know that you like so very much. You could put on false ones. No, you could. You put on the false ones when you're ready to do something and spruce up yourself because you want to look good for JD. Put on the false ones, that's no big deal. But more women in agriculture, I think, is really needed in Grenada. And in order for that to happen, JD, what do you think is the most important thing to bring more women into agriculture in Grenada?
You see, one of the things is that, especially the young people, as she stated, since this age, at the age that they grow up, so it's implanted in them from a very early age, very early into their system. So that's where they come and have a love for it. But you just come out and just say, I'm getting into agriculture and not having a background before, it might be a little bit difficult.
No, I'm saying, what do you do? How do you get them? How do you get young women?
Now, that's what I'm saying, from the age, I'm thinking in primary school. You put on a program then, and so like in the 4-H, and what 4-H club in Grenada that are active, and so.
But you have to also understand, in the Grenadian psyche, agriculture is still the broken nails, rough hand kind of a job, and it is even in the homes, the parents, they're not encouraging the young girls to get involved in agriculture. So even if government would be given, different incentives, it still doesn't happen. So we probably need to do something to break that cycle.
That cycle. You know what a farmer told me, very big farmer, when I tell him how the people from Jamaica, and especially the female, and he says, yes, I look at them and I saw them, and I saw them, but he said, I'm not talking about. But when you watch the color, the skin, the people who they are, not like what should I say? People who probably in high strata, they are into it. I remember there's a young lady who she's qualified in something, and she got a job offer in a foreign country, And when the COVID came in, she turned it down and she said, listen, I'm not going to over there. I'm going to stay in Jamaica. And she's a top farmer, really top farmer now in Jamaica. Young lady too, under 35. She had got this, some technical job to go away. And she says, no, she go away. Who she has nobody to take care of her. It's just she alone in that country. And she remained home, and today she's a very successful farmer in Jamaica. There are quite a number of them that are making a lot of headways in female farmers, quite a number of them, and young, under 35. You know, so it's wonderful to see that's happening.
I just, again, I believe the government, you know, they're providing, when you look at different things, that the government, they're providing quite a lot of incentives as it relates to agriculture. I just believe it's just that psyche has to be broken.
Broken, yeah, and with how we get it over.
Agriculture is not for man. Agriculture is a human being job. You have to have the passion, and it doesn't mean, when I say agriculture, it doesn't mean that it has to be back-breaking cocoa farming or back-breaking bananas.
Yeah.
No. You can get into
your herbs, you have flowers,
you
are
getting into the flowers.
And look, she's into bees.
She's into bees.
And,
You can get involved in small ruminants, i.e. rabbits and so on. You can get into chickens.
Chickens, yeah.
You know, there's so many different things that can be done that I believe, you know, females, you know, could get involved in. Here's somebody called Ludwig Purcell. Look at my family in Antigua, Purcell. The best farmers there. Well, great. Great for your family. It's just that there needs to be...
From Antigua.
Somebody called Ludwig Purcell is just commenting there. Probably listening. I don't know if listening here and from Antigua. But anyway, it's just that
but probably try to
we
get
need to change the psyche. The psyche of the people needs to change, and maybe the way to change that could be, I don't know, but money. Yes, you will make money from it. There's absolutely no doubt about that.
There is money. There is money in agriculture.
There is money in agriculture. So, you know.
Because I remember talking to a young guy, pretty young, and probably under 20. He only get into lettuce growing.
Mm-hmm.
And I said to him, if you just come in to make a quick fix for money, don't get into it. And I tried to guide him along. He trying to do something, you know. And I said, if you're doing lettuce, try not to be out of stock. So when you have one batch harvesting, you have one batch getting ready to be harvested, and you have another batch, you need about 3 batches. You don't let the market, you supply today and then you have to wait 2-3 weeks after to come back on the market. No, once you have a constant flow, you don't have to do 10 trays at one point in time. You split it down the line. 3 trays this week, 3 trays probably the next 2 weeks. And so when you have a constant supply, and people couldn't depend on you for supply, that's what people want. But you have today, then you have to wait. When you get till the next 3 weeks, you're going to have again. People don't want that. They want constancy. And that's the way, an area we have to look into. Yes, the money will come. It will come. But if you go on to make X, Y, Z in that, no, don't forget about it. It's the money you're looking for, and not the produce. Yeah.
You speak a lot in your mind, but people can't read your mind. So you need to do some speak on the thing and say it exactly
as it is.
You know?
I'm a silent speaker.
Yeah,
you know
speak
that
a lot in your mind. So you need to, and I keep having to say this to you, JD, speak up. Let the people know what you're saying. But you're speaking and you probably believe that they're going to be able to read your mind. No, they're not going to be able to read your mind.
That's a problem I have, I know that. Yeah, that's a problem.
But again, it is important, and I think that now, where this situation is in the world today, that we need to invest more in feeding ourselves.
We have to, without a doubt.
We need to
We
invest
have
more in
to
feeding ourselves. So
yeah. Forget about
that-
export.
Yeah. And if we had to follow the statement that says the hand that rocks the cradle rules the world, well, the hand that dig the soil rule the world too. Come on, ladies. I really and truly want to see more women involved in agriculture, in pig farming, in chicken or birds, bees, rabbits, these things, goats, cows, properly managed.
Yeah.
You can do that
Yeah,
too.
you could.
It doesn't mean because it's agriculture you instantly think mud. You instantly don't think mud. Think soil. Think soil. And as a matter of fact, look at BJ. He's doing hydroponics.
Yeah.
Right.
That
He's
is-
doing hydroponics. And that is doing well. He doesn't touch the soil.
No, it has nothing to do with it.
And nothing to do with soil. It has to do with water.
Water.
Everything has to do with water. And it's amazing. The tomatoes that he produced, they taste so very different. The lettuce tastes different. The cucumbers taste different. It is going to cost a bit to get into it, but you are going to recover your money and not just some and more.
After a while, yeah, because I was speaking to a businessman last week in Grenville. He opened a stationery shop, and I said, "Nice little place." I said, "But how are you making it out?" Because to survive, to pay rent, and to your staff, and to stock up that, you're well stocked. One of the best I have seen for a long time in St. Andrews. And he says, "Boy, I wouldn't close it, I have to give it 2 years before I can see anything come out of it." He said to me, we spoke for quite, because, having business background, and I was wondering, I said, but he says, "No, I'll go through it for 2 years, at least 2 years, before I can see, the real outcome of it." So you would not make it overnight, but it takes time. It will take time to build up, and then whatever you're doing, you have to prepare. You have to prepare for that time between, like, planting and harvesting. Everything has a planting time and everything has a harvest time. So that time, that span time, you have to be able to survive and then go through some hardship. But then when you are reaping the rewards and reaping the produce, then you will see it. You'll see the real benefits of it, So don't think it's overnight something. I want to plant something quick, so now and I want results.
Hey, somebody making a statement here on social media, Facebook to be exact, our Facebook page, and the person says, it's Ludwig Purcell, and he says, the government must stop the import when farmers' crops are available. That can't happen, bro. The world doesn't work that way. What has to happen is that the farmers have to up their game and give the supermarkets and the hotel not just the assurance, but prove to them that they can do that supply. Because you can't do so and decide, okay, fine, government stop, because you have plenty watermelons, government stop watermelons from coming into the country, and when you don't have, then government,
Next 3 months, you can't find one.
Yeah, no, Purcell, we can't do it that way. What has to happen is that the farmers have to up their game. Like BJ. I'm going to use him as an example. He may step in a while, but I'm going to use him as an example here. They have upped their game in relation to the ripening of bananas. They've upped their game. So they can produce, they are producing ripe bananas better than anybody else in this country, because they have invested in their ripening room and stuff like that. And I'm sure beforehand, they will go into ripening the tomatoes, doing different things. Now, these are the things that are going to cause the hotels and even the supermarkets and so on, and other purchasers. These are the things that are going to cause things to be different in this country and cause people to say, okay, fine, hold on. we don't necessarily have to import carrots because the carrots that are being produced are proper. Because when you look at the carrots, the majority of carrots that are produced in Grenada are waste of time. Bottom line, the majority of carrots produced in Grenada waste of time. Why do I say that? You have carrots, like all of them suffer some sort of a deformity at a very early age. No, it doesn't go like that. And what will cause the carrots to be different would have to be the type of soil
preparation,
and the preparation of the soil.
Yeah.
It has nothing to do with, oh, well, they had this in America and we don't have this here. Joke you're making. There's a guy in Montreal, Paris. Good morning to you, Paris. Montreux, sorry. Good morning, Paris. Paris and his family, they do carrots. A lot of carrots. And they carrots straight as Robin Hood. Do you understand? So it must be that he and his family, they are doing very well in relation to soil preparation.
Yeah, you have to.
He sells well. His price is pretty good. You know, carrots taste really nice. Really nice and sweet carrots. But JD, ain't no deformities. The carrots are straight as Robin Hood.
Yeah, the soil
preparation. So if he can do it, other farmers can do it. You don't just take the carrot, the plants and stick them into the ground.
No, it's just put the seeds there and thinking, no.
And thinking that, oh, fine, well, yeah, it's going to be okay. No, you have to do a lot in relation to soil preparation.
You have to dig the soil maybe twice before you...
All that.
And fertilize the soil. Because once it starts to grow, that's what they want, to move into the soil. When it has soil, down they had, they can, something wrong. And, you treat your soil first, you do all these things. And then look at St. Vincent. Now they say, I talk about St. Vincent with carrots. I've been there and I watch the carrots. When you watch the carrots, it's, you don't go and buy imported carrots.
Nope.
No, when you watch just the look alone of the carrots in St. Vincent.
So if we get the carrots right in terms of the look, in terms of the size, and in relation to regular, well, not constant.
Constant, yeah.
Not regular, but constant productivity in relation to carrots. Then the people who are importing the carrots, they will have no need to. They will have no need to import any carrots. Now, Mr. Purcell, you're asking me to contact your brother George Purcell. Well, it might be nice for you to speak to Mr. George Purcell and indicate to him that, hey, there's this program that they have that I think you can appear on, and then we can establish contact. You don't expect me to go in the phone book and look for George Purcell, because you're just saying, contact George Purcell, and you haven't even sent a number. You speak to your brother, and then we can work from there, okay? The other thing is, you saying the system in Grenada is far behind Antigua. I wouldn't say no. Because Grenada is not the country that is in front of all countries in the world. You may find, anyway, let's not start this about who is behind who. The important thing is bringing our country up to speed. The important thing is understanding where we are and where we want to be. Ricky Lewis says, morning, the truth is shelf life of the product is what the hotels and the supermarkets look at, bottom line. Local products do not have a long shelf life, so think about it. Do I agree with that?
No, I'm not agree.
I don't agree with that. Ricky, that is not necessarily true. Because what products? I can keep a watermelon inside of my house, and my house can get very hot in the day. I can keep a watermelon locally grown inside of my house for about 2 weeks without cutting it. That's a long shelf life.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's a very long shelf life. I have been able to when you're looking at things like lettuce and so, it has to do with storage more than shelf. Storage, proper storage will lengthen the shelf life of things like lettuce and cabbages and so on. It has to do with proper storage. What else are we looking at in terms of shelf life? Carrots again has to do with proper.
Carrots can last you a long time. You might even grow in the fridge. Carrots one of the they grow.
Carrots will grow in your fridge for you.
Yeah, they grow.
But you might do some, put 10 carrots in there, and if you stay too long, when you come back, you see 40 carrots. You want then, hey, if you had jump in your fridge, you know.
And then come back to BJ. The lettuce he's doing. If you, the way you market it, you just take the lettuce from the container he grows it, and with the roots. When you get home,
you just drop it back in water.
In some water.
Yeah, because it is a cost of the water.
That's what it was. Yeah. So
I have seen BJ's lettuce stay on a counter for about 2 weeks. You know, I've seen that lettuce that he's growing. I've seen it stay on a counter for 2 weeks. So Ricky, while I appreciate your comment, most definitely, my brother, but I do not agree that we have shelf life as a problem in Grenada. I don't think shelf life is a problem. Our yams, when harvested properly, can stay years, if you ask me.
Like,
right?
If you have butternut squash and pumpkin.
I leave, how you call it, long one? That's butternut
squash, yeah. That's still for.
Brethren, that is still when I do something, I buy 2 of that. And if I use one and I forget the other one, that next year I still go in and do something, get the other one to use it. That don't spoil. So shelf life, I do not believe is a problem in Grenada.
And with pumpkins, when you're storing pumpkins, you have to keep turning them. If you leave them on one spot too long, they produce that liquid inside them and they spoil. So you have to keep rotating the way the position they are. For pumpkins, probably once a week you just keep turning them, and they stay last you a long time. You know.
Yeah.
There's a lot of information that a lot of farmers don't have, and we need to educate ourselves on those things. On those things. Tomatoes could still some tomatoes, good tomatoes, organic. Stay out of the. You don't put it in the fridge.
BJ's tomatoes last 2 weeks just on your shelf like that.
Yeah, you don't put it in the fridge.
So shelf life, I don't think shelf life is the problem in Grenada. The problem in Grenada is constant production. That is our biggest problem. The next thing to do is quality of the product.
Of the product, yeah.
Quality. We have to understand. You know, I'm going back to carrots, it's my pet peeve. You know for a fact that they can bring in carrots out of Miami or wherever.
Miami, Canada.
Miami, Canada. They're bringing in the carrots out of there. You know that your carrots taste better. You know that your carrots taste better. Meaning our local carrots than anything that's brought in. We know that for a fact. Good. But tasting better doesn't necessarily cut the chase here, because all carrots, they're deformed. Most of our carrots are deformed.
If you have a peeler to peel it,
you can't peel the carrots with a peeler.
And I'm gonna fact, you shouldn't be peeling carrots.
Well, then again, there you go. But you can't use the peeler on our carrots, on most of our carrots, because they're deformed, and that has to do with preparation. So with preparation comes dedication. You have to be dedicated to what you're doing. If you're doing squash, it's squash you're doing, and you have to know the best conditions for your squash. You can't just leave it
on its own.
Just do. No, you can't do that. Even your pumpkins, you have to do so. When you look at the vines and where they're going to go, you have to change the direction because you don't want them to go in that particular direction. You have to.
The early stage, yeah, very early. And we need to have more information and quite a lot of information.
Let me tell you.
Yeah.
I believe, JD, to say that we need to have more information is not the correct statement. I'll explain to you why.
Yeah.
I believe people need to listen more
to
what is available.
Mm-hmm.
The Ministry for Agriculture they are constantly rolling out information. Constantly rolling out information in relation to better practices re-agriculture. The thing is, farmers are not necessarily taking notice, and they're caught up.
Yeah,
they're caught up in their
own way.
As
a matter of fact, I've been on a number of farms, and I say, why don't you do that there? And they
They're set in their ways.
Their ways. And I say, you know what it is? I stopped going to farms. I don't want to go to the farms anymore. You telling them something. There's a case where, I think I said that before. I went to this guy's farm. He does not use much pesticides. So I said to him, why don't you plant marigold for pest?
Mm-hmm.
I even gave him a packet. He took it. And you know what he said? Well, I give him flowers to plant, he doesn't plant flowers.
Okay, he doesn't understand.
So,
but I blame you. You should have explained.
Well, no. Here it is. Dr. Guido Marcel, I think you know him, right? Went to his farm, and he says, you must plant, you don't use any chemical, you must plant marigold. And he scratched his head. He said, boy, you think I know I have a packet of that at home, you know? I said, here it goes. And we were in that forum together. I said, here it goes. He didn't take it from me, but Dr. Guido, he has this, tell you that, and you said yes. But I came and I give it to you. I tell you, look what to do. And he never do it.
I feel compelled this morning to answer to it seemed like if Purcell is stuck on us this morning, and thanks Purcell. Purcell's saying helping farmers with equipment. Government does that. As a matter of fact, in my last conversation with the Minister for Agriculture, he said that they were even looking at a different plan in terms of bringing more assistance to farmers,
Yeah, they have to.
in relation to equipment. And I hesitate to say heavy equipment because the topography for our lands may not necessarily be the best thing for heavy equipment. Equipment, yes, but not necessarily heavy equipment. That's one. Two, so he's saying more heavy equipment, heavy duty equipment for the development of lands. No, it's not. That is not necessarily the answer here. The person is calling a WhatsApp video call. You'd have just do an ordinary WhatsApp call and we'll be fine. The WhatsApp video call is not necessarily what is best for us to go on air with. So if you do an ordinary WhatsApp call, then that'd be fine. We can take your call. Have more heavy duty equipment for development of lands? No,
at all.
There are pieces of equipment that will be able to help.
The small farmers. And another thing, I heard they said they're getting with India. The Minister of Agriculture said they was getting, had some talking to India. When you look at India farming, simple tools. And when I heard that, I said, good. Once you get into India, watch their practices, get some of their equipment, simple equipment. Mm-hmm. And it works. And and I watch, I said, boy, why couldn't we have those simple equipment for small farms? Because in Grenada we don't have those, for this big equipment like out in the bigger world. But the small equipments will work magic. And then land is not a thing you need to be interrupting too often. The land don't like that. They need up some people every year they have to dig up. Then lands don't like that. Because there's another system called a no-till farm. You don't till at all. You just plant.
Here's someone saying, and this one could have some merit. Say, morning guys, Grenada farmers plant too much. Well, there should be too many different crops. Maybe one should specialize in one or two and maximize their input, and in effect, they have a better bottom line, something like that. That is absolutely true.
True, yeah.
And we have said that time and time again. Yeah. But the farmers, I don't know. I really don't know what to say.
Another thing which I see lacking in Grenada is companion planting. They just plant like a whole field of tomatoes. But there are other things you could do to add to the tomatoes. And some plants, they like the other They help them grow. They taste better. Like basil with tomatoes, it gives you a good. Somehow you get the flavor is excellent. If you're doing tomato, you can plant chive, and all those things help keep away pests. All those herbs and so they help keep away pests, and they add value to they add taste to the product. So that's another thing we have to do. Very rare you see companion planting. When you one of these good, when you're coming down to the station, somebody plant a piece of corn just after the house where I am in Lafayette. You must look at it.
Stop laughing at my friend, he's listening. Don't laugh, my friend.
I'm not laughing.
You are laughing.
I'm not really laughing.
You're laughing at my friend.
I don't know who planted it.
I know.
I just see
my friend.
Oh, you're okay, your friend, but
my friend.
Stop
laughing at my friend. Why don't you go help him?
I'm seeing 6.
Why don't you go help him?
I don't know who planted it. I only see the corn there.
Ask me who planted.
So you knew. So
yeah,
you know.
Of course I do.
All right, so let's leave it like that. But you have 6 corn in 6 in a little hole. When you watch how corn grows, the roots, they won't produce anything because corn would have a circumference of about 4 inches circumference. When you have 6 in a hole, how are they going to feed properly?
Don't worry, you fix it. You go take out some.
All right, tell your friend that. Good.
He's listening. I don't have to tell him. He's listening. Hey, bro, how you doing? No, I'm not calling your name. Don't worry. JD want me to call your name, but
no, I don't call no name. I don't know. I just saw the corn there.
I'm calling his name this morning.
You know. And another thing even with corn, I was telling from farmers, you're planting 1 corn to a hole, 1 and about 12 inches apart. So you mean 10, 12 inches apart. And a guy tried it and he said, from now on, that's the way he's going. 1 seed to a hole, and then you separate, and then you must be able to walk with us, even with a small weeditor, you be able to walk between 2 rows, and it performs better that way, It's 7:30. Let me give the planting. No, 8:30. 8:30. Sorry, 8:30. Let me give the planting dates and then take my leave. So planting dates for February above the ground, according to the McDonald Almanac, you have the 12th and the 13th. For above the ground, 12th and the 13th, and below the ground, the 19th and the 28th. And for the Old Farmer's Almanac, it says the 9th and the 10th, no planting. 11th to the 13th, you can plant above the ground, and the 14th and the 17th, they are non-planting days. The 18th and the 20th, they are favorable days for planting root crops, underground crops. And I'm now in possession of the Old Farmer's, I got a copy of the Old Farmer's Almanac. It's a big book, it's 288 pages. So I have to take some time to go through it, and then I'll probably give you a lot of information as time goes by from the Old Farmer's Almanac. I was fortunate to get a copy, and I'm trying to get some so that other farmers can get a hold of it. Yeah. Right. I'm talking about February. This February, there's every day the week has four days, and that never happened. That happened to only 823 years. That every day of the week has 4 days in February.
I don't understand what you're
saying. Okay, like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Each has 4 days. That never happened in the last 823 years. Equally, everybody has equal days.
No.
February?
No.
No? Yeah.
Sunday has 4.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No?
No?
Sunday has 4 days.
Uh-huh.
Monday has 4.
Yeah.
Tuesday has more than 4.
How much you have?
5.
5?
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
There are 5 Tuesdays in February.
5 Tuesdays in February.
No, 4.
4, I know.
You weren't sure.
I know.
I'm telling you that, and you're not convinced.
No, I feel like
you're correct.
I'm correct. They say that doesn't happen. That in 823 years, where each day had 4 equal days of the week for the month. In a month. So It will never happen again in the next couple 100 years. But will you be around?
Are you speaking to me?
Yeah, I know you're everlasting to everlasting to everlasting.
You answered the question yourself. So, good morning again. God bless you. Thanks for the interview, JD.
Good morning, BJ. I'm taking my leave. I have to attend a funeral.
Really nice this morning.
Yeah! See? Slick.
Man, look trash.
Yeah, man, trash it. Trash already. You don't know, man, trash already. Look at the one. Stamps, I'll let people see them.
Come like Uncle Gary train you, man.
Yeah.
No, I don't wear white. Uncle goes white.
Although you train you, but not you train
I don't know. So, folks, I hope this morning was beneficial to you. And as I said earlier on, we may not be seeing, I doubt we might probably hear my voice next week. But we'll see what happens.
We'll see again.
We'll see again.
Sir.
Yes.
One love, man. Thanks again.
Want to see me standing up?
Yeah, let's let the people see how
Let the people see.
The guy is smooth. Look at the guy. Yeah.
Elegant.
Elegant. You hear what? Elegant.
Look at you,
The man say elegant looking.
No, man, just let the people see it, man.
Elegant looking.
Let the people see it. Hold on. Yeah, let the people that see how you look, man. Wow.
Elegant and masterful.
Yeah.
So,
take care of yourself, man.
Yeah.
Have a good day.
I'm off.
All right, good. Right. What's up, BJ?
All right, time.
As you say, I'm warm and easy. Okay, BJ, I want you to change your microphone. I want you to go sit down there. I think, yeah, I prefer you down there. I'm looking at some levels here that I'm not necessarily happy with. Hold on, let's do it. Yeah.
Morning, Andre. Morning to
man.
Listen Public.
Yeah, man. Okay, so you good?
All the time.
How's your week?
How is the week? Good so far. Happy to be alive.
How's the
Happy to be in Grenada.
how's the farm going?
Tarrying along, doing bits and pieces every day.
All right, somebody's
Keeping
calling.
workers employed.
Somebody's calling. Put on your headphones so you can hear them. So let's take that phone call. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you this morning?
I'm all right.
Yeah, I was just trying to contact the brother with the agriculture talk show.
Well, that's going on right now. You're live.
I'm live, yeah. My name is Ludwig Purcell.
Yes, Mr. Purcell?
Yeah. I'm fully aware of most of the things that you're saying, and they're correct. But what we do need is forums throughout the country and follow up in terms of organization and classes to the farmers and enlightening them on the process. When you speak about the carrot, we do need the equipment to have the soil fully prepared and the type of carrot seeds you have to plant. There's a lot of things I have to bring to the forum. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, of course I do. I'm hearing you.
Right.
I'm listening to you.
We are Grenadians that live in Antigua. And we are doing extremely well. We have a lot of heavy-duty equipment. We dam a lot of water, a lot of irrigation. And in the so-called dry seasons where we get more of a production, because we regulate the water we give to the crops. And we work alongside with Cardi and everything. When I expressed the question of
speak up a bit, please.
Stop the importation, the agricultural officers report back to what you call a marketing board, the type of products the farmers have, and they're the one that issue the permit for the hotel and the wholesalers to import. So they would not give permits for them to import while the farmers have the crop. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Right. So what we do really need is a heavy mobilization into the agriculture. Government have to spend more time, more bulletin boards, and expressing the need of us to produce and go back to the quality we had before in the past.
Well, let me just say this. In terms of, first, to deal with the last point you made first, I do not for one moment believe that we had better quality stuff in the past as opposed to what we have now. That is not possible at all. We may have had more farmers. We may have had more farmers in the past than now, but
Correct.
definitely in terms of the quality of stuff that we produce now, as
It's much
opposed
better.
the quality is much better now. So let's do so and get that one out of the way. In relation to farmers and education of farmers, the different techniques as it relates to proper farming, and you spoke of the government should be doing a lot of that, and I agree with you. And I will also say to you that the government is doing a lot of that. As a matter of fact, recently, maybe about 2 or 3 weeks ago, the government just finished with a refresher course type workshop for the extension officers, and the extension officers are coming in contact with the farmers on a daily basis. So the government is doing. It's just that I believe that the modern type, I think the problem in Grenada, and could be the problem in other islands too, I cannot speak to them specifically, but the problem in Grenada is simply this. A lot of our farmers have used a particular pattern, a particular style that they believe gives them the best, and they are reluctant to change that technique
Right.
in order to do better. They are reluctant to change that technique. So the first thing we need to do in Grenada is to deal with the psyche of the farmers, because they, at the end of the day, they're the ones who go out.
Correct. No, when I speak of George Purcell, that's my brother. He came to Grenada by an invitation of the Prime Minister, Brother Keith Mitchell. We had a problem in Grenada with the cricket field, and he came there with Ram folks and had the cricket field ready for a test match. He's very much involved in farming in Antigua. He has about 60 acres under production with heavy irrigation, tractor rotation, plowing, everything. And we came to Antigua to live in the late 60s, and we brought our agriculture skills from Grenada to Antigua. And imagine we had many bank workers and engineers and airline employees left their jobs and come to agriculture and make massive amount of improvement financially with production. So I know that if the education reach the farmers in Grenada, we'll have a heavy production, because farming is real key to success.
I agree.
And I think more energy, more bulletin boards, more forum, something like what we did in the revolution in CP, popular education, and them kind of vibes. We need to push the agriculture hard.
Let me tell you something, Brother Purcell. Agriculture is being pushed. As I said, the barrier is the farmers. The farmers need to be like sponges and be able to absorb the information that they're getting. For instance, BJ here, who's in studio and he's listening to you, BJ is into hydroponics. And if I may say, BJ has the best eating tomato, the best eating lettuce, and the best eating cucumber that I've tasted in recent times. And that has to do with hydroponics. No, it doesn't mean that BJ has forgotten the soil. No, it's just that he's gone on to something different. And this is what our farmers have to do. Our farmers, for instance, our farmers will do so in Grenada, and they put down a piece of watermelon for you, and they make $40,000-$50,000 in the watermelon, and then they sit down there wondering what they're going to do next. They don't have a plan, and that is because they're not listening.
That's what I said.
Yeah, but that is because they're not listening. If they were listening, then they'll know that if I do watermelons now, I am planning to do, just for wonder something, pumpkins next, or planning to do butternut squash next, or planning to do cucumbers next. But no, they're not planning. And that problem is not necessarily a governmental problem. It is more a societal problem, what we need to change. And that is why we have programs like this, that we continue talking to our farmers over and over with a view to getting them to realize, hey, we have to change our MO as we go along. Yeah?
Correct.
One thing though, I have a joke for you. Would you like the joke? Yes or no?
Yes, I'll take a joke.
You sure you can take a joke?
Excuse me?
I say, you sure you can take that joke?
Yeah, man. It's just big.
Man, listen to this, man. Your brother come down here and he make the thing a dirt track, man. The man don't do a good thing on the field at all. I ain't seen no balls flying.
No,
tell me.
I would like you to contact him and come on the talk show.
No, I will. I will contact him.
Excellent agriculture man. You're one of the leading farmers in Antigua. I just left Antigua last week with him, and the massive amount of deliveries we did to hotels and supermarket and stuff, and then Friday morning, 4 o'clock, we in the market selling to the people and stuff. I would love my people home in Grenada to really grasp on that thing, man, because we'll be somewhat free. We'll be somewhat free, you know, when agriculture reach that standard.
All right, but we have to get him to fix the pitch. The pitch too slow.
You had to call back you Ram folks.
Hey man, but I want to thank. Are you in Antigua right now?
No, I'm in Philadelphia now.
Oh, you're in Philly right now. Well, let me thank you very much for latching on to the program, man. I really, really appreciate it.
I am coming back home in a few months, and my family from Lamode, we felt personal with the farm and the pig farm and so on.
Yeah.
And we are intending to do some moving to the catch crop area of that area in Lamode. So we're going to need some help with heavy duty equipment to have the land properly graded for irrigation purposes. And in the meantime, during the rainy season, we'd like to build something like a dam. So when the rainy season is off, we can produce a lot in the summertime.
Well, I'd say to you, stay in touch with us, and we'll continue talking to you, and we will, of course, assist you in the promotion of your farm and everything else that goes with it. But just to let you know that one of the things that you really need to do is to touch base with the Ministry of Agriculture, because in my last conversation with the minister, he did indicate that there was a program that they were working on in relation to heavy duty equipment that you may need. So you stay in touch with him and the Ministry of Agriculture, and I'm sure that you will get some results there.
I am in touch with him. He's my classmate.
Okay.
From Anglican High School, Church Street.
You went to Heinze School?
Yes.
Hello?
Heinze.
You went to Heinze School?
Yes.
Damn, boy.
Me and Peter and the brother and so was in class.
So you and Peter and Philip would have been in the same class up the top there?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So when I went there, it was myself and the younger brothers.
He needs help. Peter needs help.
Well, you come down and help.
I am. He needs help because it's a. The thing is, right? Grenada was a banana, cocoa, nutmeg sort of agriculture, and we need to locate the lands that we're going to do for the onions, the carrots, etc. And the equipment to have the proper irrigation, water drainage, and so on. And not necessarily when rain fall, we must go and plant. We must prepare, as you said again, for crops after crops and the rotation of crops. And the media in general, not just this show, must be in the forefront. Just before the news and just before the Prime Minister interview, agriculture must come on bang, 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 bang. We have to drive it in the head. You understand? You understand me?
Yeah.
So that's what I'm looking for.
All right,
Proper
man.
mobilization of agriculture.
Stay in touch.
Thank you so much, and have a blessed day.
All right, Purcell. Great. Bye-bye.
Great.
It's real. It's 91.9, 91.5, www.drealfmgrenada.com, 4420175. That's our straight line, landline, and of course, that's our WhatsApp number. BJ, we have another call. Let's take it and come to you. Good morning.
Good morning to you, Mr. Andre Donald, and good morning to you, Mr. BJ.
Morning.
Morning, Mr. Bridgman.
And to all who in listening. I was sort of impressed with that last caller there, Mr. Andre. I think he calling from where? Some far country.
Philadelphia.
Philadelphia. It means that you are hearing loud and clear, and that means that people are responding. So that's a plus again. But the thing the gentleman say is so much so right. So much so right. That is where our agriculture needs to go, and I've been saying that a long time. Our agriculture need to take that takeoff, and I'm not seeing that kind of takeoff to that extent. But that is the way the agriculture has to go. We have to make sure, first of all, that there is market, and we can find markets for those things, and then that's the way forward. Because again, there's a lot of, you were talking about equipment, there are a lot of machinery that could work in some of our terracing. There's a lot. You know, long ago, when they I don't know if BJ remember that, they brought in a machine here where 2 person can hold it and dig holes for planting banana. That didn't really surface for very long. But apart from our topography here, we could do a lot in flattening other places that you could do your agriculture more gentle. I remember that I told you already that we had 3 pumps wetting bananas in Douglasland almost simultaneously. BJ, remember on the river where we went up on the flat beach on the river there?
Remember.
Right. You had a pump right there. And we had one going to the Mongrambi area and the next one. Wetting bananas. Today, there is endless water still in Douglasland because the Nawasa is not using water from none of the dams there. So you have all these pipes run, so you could get water apart from getting from the river. So there's room for development in agriculture, but it have to be properly used and looked at. And I think that's the way forward. Once we could show off the markets, find markets for it, let's get seriously with it. Because when you look at bananas, you know that the amount of money that geese make us spend in banana, and people were still making money in bananas. And anywhere you pass in Grenada, you could see a black box, what we used to call the banana box. And this came in because of geese. To pack the bananas, you hand it in the field and you pack it and you bring it to the boxing plant. Then they changed that, you were doing all the packing of the boxes in the field. So the potential is there for development. It's just how we harness it. And I'm not too satisfied. And there's still a lot of wasteland that could go into immediate production. For instance, the Black Bay area, as I told you, you don't need a fork to dig any hole in Black Bay land, you know. I've paid our cutlass digging almost every hole you want in Black Bay. Good alluvial soil. But again, the management, because you don't have the persons that have Black Bay, 92 acres, the persons that have that are not really interested in agriculture to that extent. Foreigners, they bought it. So we have to change some of our laws and regulations, and so that people, when they buy this amount of land, or they have this amount of land, they have to determine what they're going to be doing with this land. We have an area I know of in Ladig at St. James, where the branch is sold from. They have 68 acres of land. And from the time they sell it, nothing has been done there. That's a place that has endless nutmegs. A lot of it fell. But nothing has been done there. Some foreigners bought it again. So we have to put some control as to how we utilize our land. And that, I know the ministry talks about it, but we want more than talk. We want to see those kind of action, and there is room for agriculture to take out if we do that. Definitely there's room for agriculture to take out, but we have to come up, not just sit down in office and put on pen and paper. We have to have, they say that they're doing something in Grand Bano, let's see, and I just saw the minister talking about in that estate up to of the St. Patrick's Montoul. Is Montoul or Montreach? One of them. Montoul estate. A place that had a lot of nutmegs too. And he's talking about what the road system there. So if we spend some money on these areas and develop them, I think we can make some money.
All right, thanks, Cliff.
Thank you.
Good. PJ,
Mm-hmm.
you've heard all the comments this morning.
Yes.
What's the...
What's say me? Andre, like everything else, in order to do agriculture properly, it needs to be planned. And in the absence of a guaranteed market, it's absolutely difficult to farm. You're always going to have chaos and disorganization if you're doing things in a hopeful way. And this is where the problem lies. The problem lies whereby the market is so uncertain and disorganized that you can get everybody planting the same thing at the same time. And you don't really want that. As you people were saying this morning, we need specialization. A man have half an acre land, and it's probably better he concentrate on specializing maybe in peppers or watermelon or whatever and do it properly. Then he subdivide the half an acre in 5 different little lots and have some tomatoes here, have some things there, have some cabbage there. And I can see why he's doing that. The reason why he's doing that, Andre, because he's so uncertain that he can't put all the eggs in one basket. And you can't really farm like that. When you specialize, things becomes a lot easier. Do things more efficiently. But you have to have certainty that when you produce the thing, you're going to sell it.
Good morning.
Pleasant, good morning.
Morning. Hello, yes, go ahead.
How are you all doing this morning?
Yeah, can you speak up, please, my dear?
How are you all doing this morning?
Okay.
Great.
Yeah. I've got a friend in Victoria. He has problem with mole cricket. What could he do to help his farm?
Mole cricket. What the mole cricket does? It cut its plants or?
Yeah.
Yeah. So what people do when they plant, they sort of use like the drench the soil with some form of insecticide.
Pardon me, you go over, please. Thanks.
Most people, when they plant the seeds in the soil or they plant the crops, they instantly spray it with some form of insecticide. That would keep the mole cricket away. In a lot of cases, they go for the funny smelling ones.
Okay.
That, the smell sort of a detour. Besides, the insecticidal properties, you get, the smell kind of bad. So it sort of keeps the cricket away.
Is it malatine by any chance?
They do use that, but they use maybe things like trifecta, something like that. Maybe not malathion. Malathions, you can use that too. You can, but you're sort of a one, because of the nature of the mole cricket, they cut and eat. You want something that is systemic, something that get into the plants. So when the mole cricket, because they sort of live in the ground,
Okay.
So you want something that can get into the soil and, more or less stay there, be active, remain active there.
All right. And it have something they call neem. Is that good too?
Well, neem, yes, they use neem. Neem is a sort of a biological control. It's not as harsh as the other chemicals that they have. People can use that.
Okay. So besides what I just said, the malathion, you said something and just reiterate a little bit.
I'm saying that you can use something that you drench the soil with, and at the same time the plants take it up. Like Protector, like Admire, things of that nature.
Thanks ever so much. God's blessing on you all.
Take care. Have a blessed day.
Thank you.
Bye. Yes,
Bye. You're a pharmacist now? Pharmacist for the plant? How's the lettuce going?
Great, Andre. We are doing well.
Your lettuce production is not going to drop, right? It's just a constant thing. Yeah?
Andre, I don't want to mass produce because at the same time, farming, Grenada is a small place, and you can get small farmers out to the market fairly easy if you want to, and that's not my objective, to mass produce stuff and then nobody else can sell. That don't make no sense to me. I'm doing something to enhance and improve the agriculture sector, not necessarily just for money. That's not my aim and objective to get everybody out of the market. Like
A final
imperialism.
call. A final call. Good morning.
Good morning. No.
Good morning.
Good morning, DJ.
Morning, boss.
Oh, my name is Dottie.
Tell me.
Donald, something DJ said. You always talk planning and so on with the different crops and so on, DJ. That is something I find difficult to do. So,
You're breaking up. You're breaking up, Primus. We're not hearing you. Primey, boy, you gotta try another time. Yeah, because we're just about news time. BJ, thank you so much for stopping by again.
God bless, Andre. Have a great day.
Yeah, man. One love.
Every time.
Okay, great. Any honey by you? Somebody wants some honey? You got honey?
I can get a bottle if you want.
Yes. All right.
Number one. It's the number.
Goodbye, people. Catch you again next week, Thursday.
Why you disown agriculture?
Triple N. Informative, entertaining, and first. Every hour on the hour.
This is the latest news update from the Northern News Network. Details coming up shortly.
M&M Hardware Limited, Hope St. Andrew and Dusty Highway St. George. Shop conveniently for all your building materials including plumbing, electrical, lumber, cement, steel and much more. We manufacture roofing sheets available in 11 colors, aluminum windows, doors, insect screens and hurricane shutters. Installation services are available for all our manufactured products. Our opening hours are Monday to Friday 8 a.m. to 4 p.m., Saturdays 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. M&M Hardware Limited. Come on in and experience our affordable prices, or call us 444-6757 or 440-6757 Dusty Highway. Email us at info@mahonhardware.com or mnmdusty@mahonhardware.com. M&M Hardware, foundation to roof. Let's build together.
Welcome back. Locally, Prime Minister of Grenada, Dr. The Right Honorable Kit Mitchell, has reiterated his concern about the impact of the COVID-19 pandemic on the nation's youth. Dr. Mitchell stated that children have been hardest hit by the pandemic. In the region, St. Lucia has said that its tourism sector is flourishing and the island is looking to open a number of hotels with several international brand names committed to the island. Tourism Minister Dr. Onisile, speaking on the first day of a two-day Caribbean Tourism Organization organized virtual destination media briefing this week, told regional and international media representatives that the sector directly accounts for more than 22% of the island's gross domestic product, adding it is extremely important to the St. Lucian economy. Around the globe, Ukrainian fishermen say they are afraid of working in the Azov Sea because of Russian Navy patrols. Charles Stratford reports.
The freezing fog is thick as we speed out across the Azov Sea. Crimea, which was annexed by Russian forces 8 years ago,